Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Today we're doing a tasting of Still Austin. Now we've not really had Still Austin before. We've not been able to find it locally very well. We tasted it back in the fall at a Blind Barrels packet that had a secret Still Austin single barrel pick in there. And we wanted it so badly, but we didn't check it first fast enough and they sold out. So I went on the Still Austin website and found out that they ship to many states. FYI, that's a pro tip here. If you can't find it in your local market, like we are unable to find it, you might be able to find it by checking it out online. And not many places ship to Indiana, so there you go. So we've had it for several months now, and we've been so busy with new releases coming into the market that we haven't had an opportunity to open these bottles up and taste them and share our thoughts with you. So that's what we're doing today. So let me first start out by talking a little bit about the Cask Strength Bourbon. The Still Austin Cask Strength Bourbon is a straight bourbon made by Still Austin Whiskey Company. It is 70% non-GMO white corn, 25% Bourbon Rye, and 5% wildfire malted barley. It is aged at least 2 years. You might wonder why only 2 years. They're in the Texas heat, and there's been some studies done that perhaps it doesn't need aging quite as long there. The proof is 116. I purchased this online via Still Austin on February 13, 2025 for $60. By the way, if you don't know, the Cask Strength Bourbon is known as the Musician, and that's based on the label. So I'm excited to try it. We had a little taste of it at the Bourbon Women Sip event last year, but I can't remember which one it was, so I kind of discount that and don't hardly count it. But Nancy Freely was there, and she's Nancy the Nose and is connected with Still Austin, and they say a lot of her, experience, expertise, and knowledge goes into making what they do. So let's check it out.
Okay.
Start with the bourbon. It's kind of a golden color. It's not super dark. Again, they said it was 2 years old.
Yes. It just makes me wonder
it's got great legs. Oh my goodness.
They say it's 2 years because of how hot it is in Texas.
Yeah.
I just wonder how long they'd have to age it for in Death Valley.
I don't know.
Month. Anyway.
We found there's been some interesting studies done with Colorado and the altitude. So, location, as they say in real estate. But this has some fantastic legs, pouring out lots of viscosity, which is pretty impressive. Let's check out the nose.
Okay. Nose isn't bad. Well, I do get some notes of char, believe it or not, on the begin with.
I'm getting a lot of sweet notes. It's got some really nice caramel notes on it. Maybe cherries. A little bit. I've had a couple tastes today, I'm going to be honest, and I haven't gotten any fruitiness on anything, but I'm getting some cherries on this. I'm getting
a little smokiness.
For me, it's cherries, and I'm loving it.
There's a baking spices, maybe allspice.
Well, I want to taste it.
Okay.
To the musician. May she play well forever. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's got a lot of stuff going on. I may have to take a couple sips to get it all in, but.
Well, there's brown sugar, confectionery sugar, bit of cinnamon.
I'm still getting the cherries. I wouldn't call it a cherry bomb. We've recently had a couple things that I would call a cherry bomb. I wouldn't call this that. Mm-hmm. But there is a note of cherry just kind of present throughout. It started in the nose, and I've still got it on the palate. The spice is light, but it's kind of sparkly. I don't know if that's even a term for bourbon, but it's kind of popping, almost effervescent. The spice is almost effervescent to me.
I would agree with that. It's almost sparkles
came to mind for some reason.
It's almost a champagne-y type.
It's popping.
It's popping a lot.
So it's not like you get a spice and it's just sitting on your palate and just kind of burning. It's like, right?
Yeah, and it drinks its proof. It drinks 116.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Their cask strengths usually run between 116, 118, and this one actually these both run 116, so it's nice that we'll have an even comparison here. But this one's won quite a few awards. The Cask Strength Bourbon has, so I'm not surprised. I think it's got a great mouthfeel. Let's talk about the finish a little bit.
It's spicy on the finish.
Mm-hmm.
And is there? I can't remember if you said there was rye in this or not.
There's a rye in the mash bill.
There's a rye in this mash bill. Okay.
It's got like non-GMO corn kind of a thing going on. It's got a special rye, Elon rye, I think.
Elon Musk rye. Okay, that's cool.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's a rye that's more local to Texas. That's probably why they use it. It's probably easier to grow there. But it's an interesting rye spice because it's a little peppery, but not traditional in rye. The finish, I think, be medium to long.
Yeah.
It's not a super dynamic finish. I think the nose and the palate had a lot of layers, which I love. I can't say the same for the finish. The finish is pleasant and it's lingering, but I'm not getting a lot of notes off the finish. How about you?
A little leather and a little pepper. And I mean just a smidge.
That could be the age in it because it's got nice viscosity. So perhaps the age is preventing it from having more longevity and layers in the finish for us. Probably not getting a lot of barrel notes, even though the taste, again, the nose and the palate is fantastic. I think it probably lacks a little on the finish for me. But overall, I think it's good. I'm glad we got it.
It's pretty good.
So let's chat a bit about what the rye is all about. So Still Austin Cask Strength Rye Whiskey is a straight rye made by Still Austin Whiskey Company. The mash bill is 100% rye.
Ooh.
Again, it was aged at least 2 years. Identical proof of 116. It was $5 more, so we purchased this online for $65. If you look at the label, you will see someone painting. Therefore, this one is known as the artist. So I'm curious. We haven't had a rye for a bit. It's been a little bit of time since we've tried a rye. So I'm excited to see what this one's all about.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Formed a rim with the legs. And I am starting to get some viscosity here. The legs are starting to form.
I'm getting some droplets that are starting to come down. Okay.
Okay, it's got some promise here. It'll probably keep forming while we do the nose. Oh, that's a sweet rye. It's got some sweet notes in the ryegrass too.
This is a weird rye. This is not what I was expecting. It did not
say what kind of rye it was, unlike the bourbon, which it said it was like an Elon rye, I think is what it was. This just said 100% rye. It didn't say what kind. I'm assuming it might be the same since it's probably local, but I shouldn't assume. It's sweet and vibrant, and
Go ahead.
I'm getting ginger on the nose. I sometimes get on the palate, rarely in a rye, but I'm getting it on the nose.
This is.
And didn't we have a ginger conversation in the car today?
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's really funny.
This to me is no disrespect. It's very medicinal in its smell, and I don't mean that in a negative way. This is a very different smelling rye.
Yeah, I'm getting some fruit notes. The ginger is overtaking me. I'm getting some kind of fruit note, like a stone fruit. I can't identify it. It might be a cherry, but for me, the ginger is just so potent. I'm having trouble identifying anything else. But I'm not getting other rye things. I'm not getting a lot of other spicy. The spice for me is ginger.
Well, I'm wondering if that's the funk that I'm getting.
Look at how heavy these legs are. I'm kind of excited about that. So this one's called The Artist. To the artist, may she always paint beautifully. And may this be a great taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ginger, again.
Yeah.
It's funny. We literally had a conversation today in the car about tasting notes and things we get and things we like and things we don't like. And we were talking about ginger, and it's so rare I actually get it in a bottle of whiskey. I'm liking it though.
Well, I was telling you that the only way that I like ginger is pickled. If you get sushi, they tend to give you a little bit of ginger, and that's pickled ginger, and that I could just eat till I get very sick.
Now, I like making ginger snap cookies. I like putting a little pinch of ginger in some other baking that I might do. So I like the powdered ginger note that you get from baking spices, so to speak. But this is more of a fresh ginger to me. It's because it's got that nice spice note. And I've never been one that actually, cooks with fresh ginger. I've never bought a ginger root and done the whole grating of it and everything like that. So
I'm having a tough time with this.
It's got some floral notes too. I mean, the ginger kind of took over my nose to start with, so I couldn't go anywhere else. But I'm now on the nose, I'm getting some floral. It's almost rose-like, like rose and ginger. It's kind of weird. I'm just saying.
There's a bourbon and a rye for everybody, and this one is really not for me. I don't think it's bad. It is definitely ginger. There is a floral note. The rye is different than anything I've ever had.
Yeah.
It may be a familiarity thing for me. I'm having a tough time with it.
Okay, here's a funny. Because of everything he said, I'm kind of digging it because it's different. It's a new rye experience for me, and I'm not hating it. Mm-hmm. It's like it is not what I expect when I open a bottle of rye. I mean, typically rye goes one of three lanes for me. And this one has gone a fourth or fifth lane, so to speak. It's way down here on a different turnpike. And I think it's the floral and the ginger, and there's a little sweet note. And there's some... I'm led to baking on this one, and I'm trying to figure out what I would bake that has what kind of fruit it is. I don't know. It's not really figgy or anything like that, but what is it that I would almost think like orange and ginger in a pie? Or I don't even know what that would be. I'm just saying, but
it'd be weird.
Because I'm getting some crusty notes, some pie crust notes. It's kind of weird. What about the finish for you?
Let me go back.
It's kind of like the bourbon for me on the finish, that it's kind of medium to long. It's there, it's present. It's not overly complex on a finish, although I am getting some spicy notes on the finish. It's just warm and gentle. And again, it's 116 proof. So that was what's interesting for me for both of these, is that it's 116 proof and the finish is very gentle. And they both have pretty good viscosity. So it doesn't hit the long or complex finish for me, but it's kind of medium to long, and it's got some interesting notes.
The finish, I get ginger.
Yeah, it's consistent. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, ginger is just present from the nose to the palate to the finish.
I just find it ironic we had a conversation about ginger earlier.
We did.
And that I specifically stated how I like ginger. For myself, this is hitting the lane of ginger I don't like. I kind of feel bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not for me. Now, the funny thing with both of these is I think the rye does not drink the proof. I actually think it drinks lower.
Yeah, it's very light.
I don't think it
with
drinks...
all the ginger spice, it's still pretty light on the palate, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think that it drinks maybe closer to 110. It's, if I had to guess, I'd be picking the bourbon as the 116.
So comparing the two, I'm just going to guess that you like the bourbon better.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We typically like the bourbon better. Would you buy the bourbon again?
I probably would.
It's a good price point. It's $60.
Yeah.
$60. This has a lot of really luscious notes. I love the cherry notes on it, and there's some the confectionery. I would absolutely buy this bourbon again, the Cask Strength Bourbon again for $60. The rye is 65. Even at 65, I think because I don't drink rye I don't even drink rye weekly. I'm not sure how long it would take me to finish this bottle because we have a lot of ryes. So I'm not sure I would buy the rye again. I don't mind it like Wayne does. I'm kind of digging it because it's so different. I think I'm liking he's disliking the difference. I'm liking the difference. So I think that goes to show you, we're sitting here together and we don't agree, which is fine. But it's not my favorite rye I've ever had. For me, one of my favorite ryes. What's one of your? Let's ask you. What's your favorite rye you ever had?
Oh gosh, because I don't commit my memory to the ryes because it's just not my lane.
Okay, well I'll share my favorite ryes.
Let me think while you're talking.
My two favorite ryes are Hard Truth Chocolate Malt.
Oh,
you like that too?
Yes, I forgot about
and
that.
And I love the Michter's Toasted, and I love the Michter's 10-year. Those are probably my three favorite ryes.
Yeah. The other one that I do like is Neely's.
Oh, Neely's rye is very good.
Neely's has a very good rye. Mm-hmm. Very, very flavorful.
Yeah, it's got a lot of pop and it's good. It's herbal, very herbal. Mm-hmm.
But my struggle is with I'm just more of a bourbon drinker. Rye.
Oh, me too.
I know people really like it. I just don't. I don't know if it's the candy aspect. I just don't know. It's just not. It's not for me, and I'm not giving up on it. And I don't feel like I have to like it at the same time. I just know every once in a while I've run into one. And it's like, this is pretty good, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my challenge is if faced with. I normally don't have more than one drink in a day, except for videotaping. But, so it's like if I'm picking my one drink for the day, I'm typically not going to pick a rye.
Right.
And that's my challenge, right? Because it's going to take a while for us to drink this bottle, especially if I'm the one that really likes it. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 years to drink this bottle because I'm not going to reach for a rye on a daily basis. I will reach for a bourbon 9 times out of 10, probably 49 times out of 50. I would probably reach for a bourbon. So it's probably, that's just it for us. I mean, we're not massive rye drinkers. I mean, I mentioned ryes that I really enjoy. And if I'm in a rye mood, I'm going to reach for one of those probably. I do enjoy this, and it's up on a shelf that I will see it visually. And maybe, as we walk in this room, sometimes a lot of times after work, we'll walk in and say, what do we want to drink tonight? And just kind of look around and we pick something to drink. And I may do it every now and then. It would never be more than like probably once a quarter, probably, if ever. But I pick a rye, right?
I would agree. I probably would pick up this bottle the next time we have an eclipse.
Or if we had someone over that's a really strong rye drinker, I would want them to try this. Mm-hmm. If we had a friend over that loves ryes, I'd want them to experience this and see what they think about it. I don't think it's a bad buy. For $65, I think it's a good rye. I wouldn't buy another bottle. I would probably, if I finished off the first bourbon bottle, I'd probably want to get a replacement for $60. And that's the bottom line for us, how our palates and what we gravitate toward.
And once again, it's a palate preference for me. There's something, it's almost, the ginger is almost candied to me.
And that's probably why I really like it. And my only issue is I don't drink rye often enough to probably finish this bottle off. But I think it's really interesting because it's a different lane for the other ryes that we have. I'm just wondering, because it's so fascinating, I'm wondering how this might pair with a cigar. Because it's got these kind of candy notes and it's got some floral notes, and some of those things happen in tobacco. And I'm wondering if this might be interesting to have with a cigar sometime. We may have to try it and let you know. Anyway, I'm really glad we did this tasting because I've been dying to open these bottles and we finally did it. So there you go.
So I'm going to pick up the bourbon.
Me too.
So cheers to all of you out there. Still Austin. This is some really good stuff. And the nose down there, we sat with her.
Yeah,
actually.
Nancy, we met her at the Bourbon Women. Yeah,
we did. She had a great nose. So anyway, cheers to all of you out there. If you like what we do, please hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. Cheers and have a great day.
Cheers.
Cheers.